Hello and welcome to class. In this class, we'll be looking at the differences between the Hausa, Fulani and the Igbo political systems of administration. The first difference we'll be looking at is the fact that the political organization of the Hausa and Fulani Empire was highly centralized, and the powers were concentrated on the emir. But the Igbo political system was diffused in nature, where all of the Okpara, the Council of Elders, the title chiefs, the 8th grade, they shared responsibilities and came out together for decision. Decisions in the Igbo pre-colonial political system was taken through consensus, whereas in the Hausa Fulani Empire, power was highly centralized. The next thing is the fact that the next difference between this political system is succession to the throne. Succession to the throne of an emir was hereditary or dependent on appointment by the Sultan of Sokoto, while there was no provision for hereditary succession or appointment by a superior ruler to a throne in the Igbo system of governance. So succession to the throne for the emir was hereditary. Or it could be dependent on the appointment by the Sultan of Sokoto. But for the Igbos, they had no provision. There was no provision for hereditary succession. So the Okpara son cannot become the Okpara. There was no provision for hereditary succession or appointment. There was no position for hereditary succession or appointment by superior ruler to a throne in the Igbo pre-colonial system of government. The next thing we'll be looking at is the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders in the Hausa Fulani Empire, they were only advisory to the emir. The emir could choose to accept the advice or ignore the advice. But the Council of Elders in the Igbo pre-colonial times, the Igbo pre-colonial system of government, they exercise both the executive, legislative, and the judicial powers. So, in the Fulani Empire, the Council of Elders, that is the council of the emir's advisors, which consists of the Madwaki, the Waziri, the Dogari, the Maji, the Sakin Power, the Sakin Father, and the rest of the officials, they only performed advisory roles to the emir, whereas the Council of Elders in the Igbo pre-colonial times, they exercised both the executive, the legislative, and judicial powers. The judiciary was based, the judiciary was based on the Sharia law in the Hausa Fulani Empire. The judiciary was based on the Sharia law in the Hausa Fulani Empire, with the emir and the alkali judge presiding over the court. With the emir and the alkali judges presiding over the court. But in the Igbo governmental system, judicial functions are performed by the Council of Elders, the 8th grades, the other title holders, and the entire village assembly. So while the judiciary was based on Sharia laws and Islamic laws in the Hausa Fulani Empire, the judicial functions were performed by every institution in the Igbo political system. Every institution could make a law, and everyone in the village must follow the law. So far, the law made had been agreed by every of the members of the institutions. Everybody in the village had the right to obey the law. The next thing is, in the Hausa Fulani Emirate system, the emir was the head of the emirate, while the family head was the most senior person. In the Fulani Emirate system, the emir was the head of the emirate, while the family head was the most senior person in a family in the Igbo system. So, in the Fulani Hausa Emirate, the emir was the head of the emirate, and he was the person with the highest power and authority in the emirate, while in the Igbo political system, the family head was the most senior person. And the Okpara, that is the person that presides over the Council of Elders, was also the most senior person in the Igbo system. In the Hausa Fulani system, the emir served as the religious and the political head of the system, while the chief the chief priest single-handedly handled religious issues in the Igbo system. So in the Igbo Fulani Empire, the emir was the one that served as the religious and political head of the system of the empire, while in the Igbo political system, it was the chief priest that single-handedly handled all religious issues. In the Igbo traditional system, the customary laws were applicable, while the emir in the Hausa Empire administered his empire with Islamic and customary laws, Islamic and Sharia laws. In the Igbo traditional system, only customary laws were applicable to them, while the emir in the Hausa Empire administered his empire with Islamic and Sharia laws. The next thing is the fact that there was taxation in the Hausa Fulani system, while the Igbo system had none. The system of taxation was very much rooted in the Hausa Fulani Empire, while the system of taxation was totally alien and foreign to the Igbo political system.